Naging biktima ka ba ng kamote while riding the scooter?
You know, here's what I learned that I found is quite unique. When I was in the car, ang daming mga kamote. When I joined the riding community, iba na. I don't know if I'm the only one who's experienced this because I'm fairly new, but there's a different level of respect within riders. Maybe because we are exposed.
Exactly.
Pag, you know, if I'm in a car and a rider comes, sometimes medyo it can be bastos.
Yes.
But if we're two scooters together, pag konti kang lumapit, sige, ikaw muna.
Go ahead, man.
Diba?
Oh, normal yun.
Well, that you know, that's something you learn for the first time when you're not a regular rider. You're like, medyo polite to. Actually, mas polite.
Okay.
Because I think we removed the casing, so the anonymity is gone. Medyo exposed in the helmet.
You share the same road.
You can
You're
hear
both
each
exposed.
other. Yeah. And then sometimes you pull up at the traffic light, and then you're sitting there. Brad, saan mo nakuha yung cellphone holder mo?
Yeah.
O dun sa Shopee pare, ano yan? And then
May tips pa.
Yeah, you're having tips and conversations. And
Human contact.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I think imposible pag nasa loob ka ng cage.
Imposible. And what it does is, and what I'd like to share now with my page and stuff is, look, one, there's room for both of us, of course. And two, when you ride both, you build up empathy on both sides.
Yes, empathy is strong.
Understand that, we have...
Correct.
Because I'll admit, there were times before this when I was that ride or that driver in a car when nasa traffic ka, and then tingin mo sa mirrors, sumisingit yung...
Iipitin mo. So ginagawa mo
Don't
yun
hate me,
minsan.
I'm a reformed guy na. Reformed na ako.
Pero minsan,
But
born
ano yun?
out of ang traffic, ang init ng ulo mo, di ba?
Primal yan eh. Kasi it's a primal feeling for man that when another man gets ahead, whether you're in the jungle or whether you're in the forest, it doesn't matter. That's a primal feeling of, ganun ha?
Want to be first. Hindi mo ko maunahan.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, you could be the most uncivilized culture with no education, but if one guy bolts into a sprint, the other guy's ganun yun.
Okay.
And you can race buffaloes, you can race anything. Basta, it's a primal need to get ahead.
But now, you see the feeling of
Different.
not being, hindi ka nagbibigay ng daan. No?
Yeah, and now I experience the kamotes more on the other side. Sometimes the jeepney drivers, or not. I won't restrict it to just that because there are people in nice cars too that do it.
Yeah.
So you're more attuned because you're more affected when it happens. Now you're more attuned. Okay, so now when I jump back into my car, I'm very aware. Don't do that.
Okay.
Because another thing I learned is that you're never going to get ahead of the bike. So you can hold him up for as long as you like.
Exactly.
And it's inevitable they will get ahead. So just let him go. You're not running the same race. Kung baga, I love racing. Anyone who races will understand this analogy. You're sometimes a mixed grid.
Yeah.
You're different classes.
Correct.
We're not racing in the same race.
Correct.
So if we happen to be on the same grid, but you're in a different class, and you're faster than me, there's no sense in me blocking you. You're running
Go
a
ahead.
different race.
Okay.
We just happen to be sharing the same track. Ganun yung now, I think. Every time the bikes, they're on their own journey. And look, they have their own limitations and frustrations as well. So,
But what does it take for a car driver to ride a motorcycle in order for them to understand the two-wheel? Really?
I think so because I can explain it and I think maybe it might help. But you won't really understand it, like you said, once you get there, alam mo na. Because I've been writing about cars and bikes and or mostly cars for all my and until I really experience it myself, then it clicked. Something inside me clicked. I said, okay.
Parang may mga revelations, no? Ganun pala.
So,
ganun pala feeling nila.
Binago siya nung pag-ride niya. May naintindihan siya ngayon sa kultura natin.
And now I try to bring it into the four-wheel world. And then also, I also share naman what I can with the two-wheel brothers now that I've made friends with. I will also say naman, okay, but we shouldn't also be weaving in and out. But it's a vicious cycle. Kasi yung weaving in and out is because of
the car doesn't let you pass.
The former person in me that would do that. Eh, syempre,
The former
ganyan.
you.
The former me. So, gaganyan ka talaga.
Hahanap ka ng ibang way.
So if we were to come up with some kind of communication where we say, okay, ganito, I know a lot of people have this drama with lane splitting. They say, but they shouldn't get in the middle. I'm like, if you don't get in the middle, what's the alternative? We line up and take the same footprint as a car?
Exactly.
That's not going to work.
That won't work.
It's not going to work. So we have to come up with a compromise. And the compromise that I can kind of feel is that, okay, let's designate, all right, maybe not the sidewalk side, but let's just leave is space. So the cars are mandated to leave a little space.